In this video, I'm gonna show you how to generate AI videos from text or images so you can create cinematic scenes, stock footage, visual effects, or even bring your favorite memes to life. We'll be checking out some of the most advanced AI video tools that you can use right now. Each one has its own unique features and capabilities, so let's see what sets them apart, the price differences, which ones are free to use, and figure out which one's right for you. The first tool I want to showcase today is Gen-3 by RunwayML. After logging into runwayml.com, you will see various AI tools. Look for the text and image to video option. You will have a choice between different video models, but we will focus on two main ones: Gen-3 Alpha and Gen-3 Alpha Turbo. These models have some key differences. For now, I'm opting for Gen-3 Alpha. The Alpha Turbo version generates videos much faster and at a lower cost, and I'll show its results later in this video. Now, before we dive in, there is a prompt box where you can describe your desired output video. You will find a handy prompt guide to help structure your prompts. It's super useful and I highly recommend checking it out. I want to create an FPV footage that transitions between two completely different environments. You can set the video duration here. I'm going with 5 seconds to keep costs down and speed up the process, then just hit generate. Now let's talk speed. From the moment I clicked generate until the video was ready to play, it took about 1 minute and 30 seconds. Now let's check out the result. The camera movement matches my prompt description. All the elements I mentioned in the prompt, like the fog and the trees, are there in stunning detail. Overall, the video looks great. Based on my tests with Gen-3, I can confidently say it excels at following prompts and generating detailed, realistic videos, especially when it comes to photorealistic human faces. Let me demonstrate this for you. I'll change the prompt to generate a close-up video of a man's face and hit generate. As you can see, it's following the prompt perfectly, and I think it'd be really hard to tell that it was AI generated. Honestly, Gen-3 is probably the closest thing we've got to OpenAI Sora. Right now, Sora is still unavailable, but I'll make sure to cover it on the channel once it's out, so make sure you subscribe. Since Gen-3 is a paid tool, you'll eventually run out of credits. To buy more, simply click here. As you can see, 1000 credits cost $10, which gets you 100 seconds of AI video content. Pricing differs between models. While 5 seconds on Gen-3 Alpha costs 50 credits, about 96 cents, the same duration on Turbo costs only 25 credits, around 48 cents. To maximize Gen-3's potential, consider a subscription. The standard plan costs $12 a month if you pay yearly, giving you 625 credits that reset monthly. And it's worth noting that the subscription includes access to several other advanced AI tools. Another impressive thing about Gen-3 is its VFX video capabilities. Here I've prompted it to create a visual effects explosion against a green screen. The result is absolutely mind-blowing. I can only imagine the impact this will have on the stock video and film industries. Gen-3 outputs videos in 720p. While the quality isn't the sharpest, you can use third-party tools like Topaz Video AI to enhance and upscale your video to higher resolutions like 1080p or 4K. Gen-3 allows you to upload an image as input. I've generated several images using Midjourney to test this feature. The only downside I've noticed while testing Gen-3 is that uploading images takes unusually long despite small file sizes. But once you successfully upload an image, you can choose to use it as either the first or last frame of your video. While the text prompt is optional, it's highly recommended to add one describing the scene, desired movements, subject expressions, and any specific camera or motion you want to achieve. Looking at the result, the most crucial aspect is that the video output remains consistent with the input image. The subject looks nearly identical, but the movement is fluid and realistic. You can get creative with a prompt to push this even further. Let's try a different image with a different style and a different prompt. The result looks very cinematic and realistic. I can easily envision these kind of images being used to create longer sequences and even entire films. Now, let's see what happens if we switch to the turbo model and hit generate. The main difference here is that the video took only 15 seconds to generate. While the output quality is decent and usable, I still find the alpha model produces better quality than turbo. However, if you're prioritizing cost or working on a low budget project with Gen 3, you should definitely consider the turbo model. Now let's explore another popular AI video tool, Kling AI from China. To start, simply sign up for a new account, and once you're logged in, look for the AI video option. Kling AI, just like Gen 3, allows you to generate videos using text prompts. It also offers a sophisticated guide for creating and structuring prompts. I've written my first prompt to generate a video of a middle-aged woman in a home environment. Below that, you will find additional settings. That includes a creativity to relevance slider. Pushing it towards relevance means the AI will follow your prompt more closely. You can also choose between two models, standard, which is faster and cheaper than the professional mode. When you first sign into Kling AI, you get some free credit balance. However, this doesn't grant you access to the professional mode, which offers higher quality outputs but runs slower. The professional mode also unlocks 10-second videos, though I'm sticking with 5 for this demo. You can specify the output ratio and add custom camera movements, including zoom, camera roll, and even more complex combinations. For this video, let's add a slight tilt movement. Kling AI also offers negative prompts, a feature that's not available in Gen 3, allowing you to specify what you don't want in your output. This is optional, and once you're done with the settings, click generate. For me, Kling AI has been significantly slower than Gen 3. This video took about 3 minutes and 15 seconds to generate. I'm not sure if this is always the case or due to high demand during my testing. As for the results, Kling AI follows the prompt pretty well. The camera movement is fluid, the lighting is good. However, I'm not entirely satisfied with the text-to-video quality, particularly the character's face, which lacks detail, even though the output is in 720p, and it might be challenging to improve even with an upscaler, so you might want to adjust the prompts and try again. An interesting feature is the ability to extend the video by 5 seconds. You can choose to add additional prompts or let Kling AI auto-extend creatively, and apparently you can extend the same video multiple times up to 2 minutes long. These features, along with the other settings, give Kling AI an edge over Gen 3 in terms of functionality. However, I still prefer Gen 3 for quality, and we'll see if that's the case for image to video. Regarding pricing, each 5-second video in professional mode costs about 35 credits. You can purchase additional credits if you ran out. Like Gen 3, you can opt for a pro membership. For instance, the standard plan offers 660 monthly credits for around $7 a month. I calculated that 5-second videos in professional mode cost about 35 cents each, which is cheaper than Gen 3. Now let's switch to image to video and see how it compares. To use this mode, upload an image. The prompt is optional, so let's try with that one first. Some settings are still available, but camera movement is disabled, and I think that's because you can specify it in the prompt. We will test that shortly, but first, let's generate this. The dog's movement isn't bad at all, but the water physics look odd, and the camera doesn't follow the subject. Let's try again with a prompt describing the physics, motion, and camera movement, and click generate. Now the result here is clearly much better. This outcome is quite impressive, especially with the physics, and this supports what I've read about Kling online, that it specializes in producing accurate physics, natural object movement, and lifelike environments. You've probably seen those trendy AI animations of popular memes online, so let's try animating the famous distracted boyfriend meme. I've written a descriptive prompt to guide the AI, and looking at the result, I'm most impressed by the character consistency. The boyfriend's face remains nearly identical to the input. When the camera focuses on the woman in the red dress, her expression looks a bit odd, but this might be due to the video starting with her out of focus, so such artifacts are expected. The body movement and camera motion appear very realistic. Video frames, clothing, and other subjects remain consistent. These are crucial aspects when generating videos, and Kling AI performs well in these areas. Another feature that Kling AI offers is the ability to add keyframes. Simply upload an image that you want to animate, then enable the add end frame option to add another image. When using this feature, I recommend uploading similar images, ideally with the same subject in different poses or shot from different angles. Using the same environment will help achieve a smoother transition. And adding a prompt describing the desired animation helps guide the AI. Let's generate and see the results. There's something odd happening here when the fish turns, but overall the transition from the first image to the second is smooth, the fish moves realistically, and the camera follows the subject. Using this feature can be a hit or miss, and sometimes you need to try a few times before getting a good result. Now there's another powerful AI video tool that also has a similar keyframing feature, and that's Dream Machine by Luma Labs. The samples displayed on Luma Labs website are truly impressive, but let's see if we can use it to generate videos that are up to that level. To get started, simply click Try Now, then sign in using your Google account. Personally, I find Dream Machine to be the simplest. The user interface is very intuitive and everything is easy to find. And although you can use it for free, paid plans are available. The Lite plan costs about $8 a month with yearly billing and gives you access to high priority generations, meaning shorter wait times than the free option, as well as other benefits and features depending on which plan you choose. Like Kling AI and Gen-3, Luma Labs also has a well-structured prompt guide that teaches you how to write prompts properly to get the best results. You can use Dream Machine's text-to-video feature by simply typing a prompt in the provided box. Before generating, you have the option to choose whether you want the video to loop. There's also an additional box that you can enable called Enhance Prompt. This feature simplifies the process by allowing you to provide a basic description of what you want to generate, and the tool will then enhance the prompt and create a more detailed version behind the scenes. If you disable this, you will need to be more detailed in your description, so let's keep it enabled and click here to start generating. This video took about 2 minutes and 20 seconds to generate, which is a bit slower than Gen 3, but still way faster than Kling AI. Honestly, I don't like this output at all, but here's the interesting thing. If you hit generate again using the same prompt, you'll eventually end up with something different, and in this case, something way better. As you can see, Dream Machine has some really good photorealistic rendering capabilities. The environment and elements in the scene match my prompt really closely. Let's push it a little further and try to generate a close-up portrait, this time using this prompt. Again, even with humans and expressions, the visuals are very realistic, and by looking at the light and shadows in this shot, we can tell that Dream Machine is capable of handling complex lighting and small details with precision. Now let's test the image to video feature. All you need to do is click here to upload an image. The prompt is optional, so you can go ahead and generate without it, but most likely you're gonna get something very static and boring. The key here is that you need to be specific with your prompts. Describing the scene, movement, and elements in detail will make a huge difference. After generating with a prompt, you can see the result is way better, much more dynamic and cinematic. There is something odd happening here when the dragon blows fire out of its mouth, but it's definitely a matter of tweaking the prompt and trying to generate the video a couple of times, and you will eventually get something even better. Let's try with a different image this time, and I will input a much more descriptive prompt. I wanted to try this image specifically with this camera movement to show you how Dream Machine is capable of generating cinematic scenes. It's very good at expanding the view and making the camera movement look very dynamic. Just like Kling AI, you can also extend Dream Machine's videos by 5 more seconds. You can write a prompt to describe how you want the video to be extended, but this is optional. I'm gonna go ahead and extend the video without it. Now look at this. Every time I've tried this feature, Dream Machine almost never disappoints. Another feature where I find Dream Machine excels, especially compared to Kling, is using start and end frames. Let me show you an example. Here I'm using 2 images that are completely different in environment. They have similar compositions, but the subjects are placed in completely different locations. Now if I go ahead and generate, even without prompts, I find the transition to be very smooth. This is contrary to how it looks when I attempt to generate the same thing using Kling. Now the results can sometimes be far from perfect, but I found that using prompts helps a lot when things go wrong, as you can see with these outputs here. All in all, I find Luma's Dream Machine to be perfect for quick, high-quality generations without requiring technical expertise. It's also the most affordable option in today's list. You only need 1 credit to generate a 5-second video, and the paid plans let you generate videos for as low as 20 cents each. The competition between these AI tools is a win for creatives like us. There's no doubt that storytelling through stunning visuals is now more accessible than ever. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Which one of these tools do you think is best for you? Help me decide which one to cover in a full dedicated tutorial. Till then, stay creative and peace.